Just Moreno Valley updates for May 25th to May 31st. This is Steve.
This is Danny.
And this is Tyler.
For our driver of the week, I'm going to go with Mark Roby. Mark is up in Orem, Utah. Does relay at night. And I have a, what do you call it, like trivia, tidbit of information. His wife works for a U.S. senator. And for that senator's swearing in, he went to Washington, D.C. to watch that. So we were talking about it this week. A little piece of history there. For our new hires, we did have a guy start today, but I'll talk about him next week. So, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 new hires kind of in the works right now. For birthdays, we got the birthday song. Jesus Cabral on May 26th. Jesus is in Buckeye, and I think he's one of those guys over 20 years, isn't he?
He's been here for a while.
Yeah, he's been here for a long time. Let's see, anniversaries. We have tomorrow, May 25th, Thomas Martin. He will hit his 3-year mark. And Mark Roby on May 27th, his 10 years. Let's take a look at the weather for Los Angeles this week. This coming up week, it's going to be in the, looks like high 70s. It's going to rain, low chance of rain during the week. It's going to be cloudy. Where'd you go this week?
You know what? Mostly local, but I did go to San Diego to rescue a driver. It's been, 3 months since I've been out there?
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was a nice ride.
Yeah. Las Vegas. Let's see what they got going on. Hot. 90s, over 100 all week. No chance of rain. Yeah, very hot. For Phoenix, what do you think?
Phoenix will be
What's your
in the
prediction?
hundreds.
Your prediction?
It's gonna. I think it's gonna be in the hundreds.
Same thing. Over 100 all week. Yeah, I was just out there. It was very hot. Salt Lake City. Now they're in the mid 80s. Looks like partly cloudy all week. Not really a chance of rain. So definitely summer. For Albuquerque, getting warm there. Cloudy in the 80s all week. No, not super windy. Those last couple of weeks is up in the 25, 26, 27, kind of gusty. So still very warm. See, for injuries and accidents, I think it was a good week, wasn't it?
For injuries and accidents, it was actually a real good week. We didn't have any injuries, no accidents, so nothing really to go over there.
All right. Excellent. For Smart Drive.
And then, Smart Drive. We actually had a pretty good week on Smart Drive, too. So our score is, as of right now anyways, it's dropped down to 9. So usually on the lower end of where we score. But for this week, we didn't have too many random events. We did really good on, cell phones and stops and everything else. It was really the bulk of all the events were following distance events. So again, that's one we've all gone over a million times, but for following distance guys, you got to always have 3 seconds between you and the car in front of you. And the biggest event we get when it comes to following distance is when guys are passing. Just because you're passing does not mean you could be, 0.3 seconds away from the car in front of you. It's way too close, especially if they were to hit the brakes. You're not going to have time to stop in time. That's why no matter what, it'll flag an event. If you ever switch lanes behind a car and you're less than a second away, it's automatically going to flag an event. So anytime you're passing, you got to make sure it's at least a second away from the car in front of you. But in order to not get the following distance video, you got to make sure you're maintaining at least 3 seconds. But, excuse me. Other than that, the only other big events we had were obstructing the camera. So just a reminder for guys, you got to try to. I understand a lot of guys use it on the relays, especially when the sun's shining right at their face, or in the morning time when it's shining right in your face. Walgreens, for the most part, does allow that to block the sun during like the early morning shifts and the late night shifts. Problem, you just got to make sure you raise it back up throughout your shift, so you can't have it down in the middle of the day. We know the sun's not shining directly into your truck. Or obviously, if it's nighttime, you got to make sure you have the visor up as well. Obviously, there's nothing you're blocking at nighttime, but other than that, it was a real good week on Smart Drive.
Excellent. Let's go to our announcements. I don't really have a lot. Just a reminder to get the Luma training done. There's still tons of people that haven't done it, and we're into summer and it's hot. So, yeah, very warm. We don't need people passing out. That's basically all I have.
Me too.
That's it for me as well.
Well, it's the Memorial Day weekend. I hope everybody has some time to, spend some time with their family and, relax. So send out the email talking about when everybody's going to be off and all that stuff. So, but, for extra board, you're still on the hook for Tuesday. Yep, that's all I got.
That's it. Enjoy your weekend.
That's it.